Thanks for downloading a 3CR podcast. 3CR is an independent community radio station based in Melbourne, Australia. We need your financial support to keep going. Go to www.3cr.org.au for more information and to donate online. Now stay tuned for your 3CR podcast.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard-earned weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and here yet again on Community Radio 3CR. Good morning, Gorilla.
Good morning.
Good morning, String Bean.
Good morning.
And
are we the canary in the coal mine? Is that us? If this show stops, everything's stuffed. Is that how it goes?
So, you know that? See how I did that pregnant pause there? That's very professional. You blokes have got to take a bit of notice of the old gorilla. That's professional pausing.
That's silence on radio.
No,
we're not supposed to do that at all.
It's build-up, mate. You blokes know nothing about it.
I hope everyone recovered from that.
I hope we're going to build up to something worthwhile. Righto.
Well, I just said before we come on there, we were talking about those. Well, we shouldn't talk about that, but I said if you're an animal in the world, what would you like to be? You know. And what did you say? You wanted to be a canary in a cage. I said, well, I hope you're in that cage they used to take down the mines, and when the canary's falling off the perch, he says, looks like we're all fucked.
Well, let's move right along.
Talk about that. What about Pauline, what's her name?
The canary fell off the perch with her. Oh, we're going to have scallywags and sookie lalas and, well, some people are sooking up bigger than others, but we'll come to that. But first of all, let's do the business. We've got the Radiothon coming up because 3CR is on the air and doing the business as it has since 1976. And we've done our part over the years and we'll be doing our part again. And we have the first opportunity to help 3CR this year with their Radiothon on the 17th of June. So we'll be going live to air and we'll be asking you to ring in and pledge some money.
And all you good bosses out there, listen, remember, if you don't weigh in, you get it more. We'll give you heaps. We're not going to even let you go lightly last few years, but this year we're going to give it to you. So hit your bin. You love listening in. See if we're going to shit can you.
Listening in, yes. They're always telling us what was said or what was alleged that we said, and you never put in. Well, if you're listening, you can put in.
You better start saving.
And second, the fundraiser. The fundraiser will be on the 9th of July, which is an RDO. It will be at
the Port Melbourne Bowling Club, 130 Spring Street in Port Melbourne, behind the Town Hall at 11 a.m. Don't be earlier. And people are loving there about 9:30. I don't know what's going on lately, but
it's not a garage sale.
11 a.m. We've got caterers in. For $20 ticket, you get a nice food. We've got the Jaded Cats back. They're fantastic. Everyone loves them. We've got the raffles. We've got the $5,000 travel award. We've got 2 $500 liquor award vouchers, and a $10 ticket. You've got to be there on the day to buy a ticket, and whoever's there is going to win one of those fantastic prizes. What else we got? We've got a fair bit going on.
We've got a heap going on, and
$20 you're there,
and there will also be some door prizes. Yes, indeed, I've organised the door prizes.
Oh, jeez, well, you can run that.
Yeah.
Right,
Another disaster.
and there will be.
You've done something anyway. We can't go crooked here.
That's right. And we've got some little awards for some people who have helped out with the Concrete Gang over the year, and we'll be acknowledging people on the show. Rightio. Let's acknowledge now the great fizzer of the week. Pop. Pop indeed is what happened. Yes. So cheerio to Graham Cressy and all the gang at Industrial Wreckers, because Graham's ringing in now, having a sook. Graham, mate, you were going to blow up the Anglesea Power Station, and basically it's still standing.
I think the conveyor fell off. That was about it.
I've still got my powder monkey ticket.
Could have got the gorilla in.
Could have got the gorilla in. That would have blown up half of Anglesea.
I took care of Baxter once.
Yes, indeed. It was.
The town would be in the ocean.
It was supposed to be.
No good mucking around with that stuff, mate.
A single explosion which knocked down the power station, and I'll admit some bits of it did fall down, but the bulk of it did not happen, and that has now created a major issue because the explosives that didn't go off are still in place, as I understand it. And then, of course, you've got to get people in there. You've got to be able to actually make it safe and then actually complete the demolition.
I don't think there's none that didn't go off. I think they didn't put enough in.
Well, there's a whole lot of question marks are over it, and all I can say is, if you want to go on and do these big industrial demolitions, you've got to be up to the job. And unfortunately, if you can't do Anglesea, you're going to have a trouble doing Hazelwood, Graham.
I think I better make myself available to sort that out from.
Anyway, there was just enough pop to send asbestos all over the town.
Well,
but not enough to get the building down.
There is a history in this city of jobs which have been blown and didn't actually come down. There was a big chimney down West Melbourne, North Melbourne, the gas works, and that was all supposed to come down in one hit, and it came down about 3 feet and settled, and it was still standing after the biggest explosion of all time. But that's in the past. This is the present. There are still problems with demolition by explosion, and it is obviously going to continue to be a problem, and we'll give you some updates. So if you're going surfing down on the surf coast down near Anglesea, say cheerio to all the boys who are trying to make it work. Righto, moving right along, we should also talk about some issues that have occurred and which continue to occur in terms of health and safety. And let's start off with lighting on cranes.
Yeah, at the moment we've got over 300 tower cranes up in Victoria. I think it's the most we've ever had up. So we've got to make sure we maintain the health and safety around the tower cranes and on the cranes. And obviously we had a big... a couple of years ago, we had a big push when the lighting and access to the cranes wasn't too good. So that we hear that's dropping off again. There should be lights all the way up the tower for the tower crane driver to climb up, and also there should be lights in the back of the crane so he can do his maintenance checks in the morning when it's dark. We found the bloke the other morning on the Lend-Lease job with his mobile phone trying to read the dipstick and all that sort of stuff. Well, that's good enough. If you can't do it, you have to wait till the sun comes up. I'm sorry, but at 7 o'clock in the mornings it's dark, and if you haven't got the proper lighting, stay down till we get it, because we need to do the maintenance checks, make sure the cranes are maintained. And the other thing we've got to start checking is whether they are being maintained. Now, I was speaking to a crane owner the other week, and he's telling us, he showed me his phone about all these cranes that were supposed to be serviced and haven't been serviced because the builders won't give them time. So if you're listening now, all the shop stewards on the jobs, health and safety, check to see if your crane's been serviced and maintained. If not, stop it until it is, because this is bullshit. They just keep pushing, and if the cranes don't get serviced, it's all in the log books, and that someone's going to be in for serious trouble, because they don't just come after the bosses anymore, do they?
No way.
So we need to make sure it's all getting done. If you're having trouble, bring up the union, because they must be maintained, serviced. There must be lighting on the back so the drivers can check their cranes, make sure they're all being maintained. The oil, all the maintenance checks around the crane, make sure everything's been greased. Nothing's fatiguing. You can't do that in the dark. You need the back of the deck lit up.
Righto, you got the message. Now,
The old phone torch is the same way the John Holland did their engineering inspections on the panels up in Mernda, yeah? On night shift with his phone torch out.
John Hollands are a cheap organisation.
The Communist Party.
I wonder if it was a Chinese phone.
They're all made there. We've seen that in Four Corners the other week.
Yes, the lithium batteries.
Poisoning teenagers.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So cheerio to the wholly owned subsidiary of the Chinese government, and therefore the Chinese Communist Party, all those down at John Hollands. Now, precast. This, along with cranes, along with scaffold, is one of the fundamentals of the industry, and there seems to be a push on to introduce a new system, columns, which are going to be erected unbraced. So not just one column, which has traditionally been braced.
One floor.
One column per floor. Now they want to put up 2 columns, and in some cases 3 columns. And the engineering has not been done.
1 column, 3 floors.
No brace.
I stand corrected. No bracing. And we've seen the pictures. They look like totem poles.
Crooked ones.
Yes. And the method of connecting the 3 sections together,
Tie wire.
that's a bit better than tie wire, but unfortunately it is obviously inside the concrete and can't be seen, inspected or anything else. So you're taking a pretty big leap of faith to understand that everything is actually being done correctly before it arrives on the site. If the precaster hasn't been concentrating, the precaster hasn't followed the drawing, if there's something wrong, you can't check it.
Unqualified welder. Big problem.
Indeed. So this is going to become an issue, and if there is a suggestion that we are going to have a series of columns joined together so that they are actually going to go up more than 1 floor, 2, possibly 3, you need to get on to your organiser and let them know what's going on, because if this is introduced and there isn't the engineering, there isn't the ability to check, then it will only be a disaster. Rightio. The other one we should mention is Ironside.
Ironside.
Out at Ivanhoe.
BPM.
Don't forget that BPM.
Jonathan Hallinan.
Just keep sniffing those candles.
Makes candles.
Oh, those scented candles.
His wife's left him. She's a good judge.
So he's now down to maybe $250 million, $250 million if the wife's got half. He's a rich lister regardless.
Hope she got more than that. She deserves it.
But can't afford proper safety, apparently. Doesn't have enough money for that. Doesn't have enough money for traffic management. But some safety officials showed up to the Ivanhoe job and they locked the gate, of course.
And called the cops.
Called the cops.
As you would.
Well, no, it was better than that. They went back the second day. They were ready for him. All the gates locked, saying, "Oh yeah, pass the paperwork through the gate," which you can't even fit the anyway. But eventually let the paperwork official onto the job, but into the office, onto the phone. Guess who? ABCC. Who's the first person you call when your job's a mess and your safety's up the?
Who you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Having a conversation.
We'll get on to those ghosts in a minute, but anyway.
And then you'd think the first people to show up to a job after the union when there's a safety issue would be the authority for safety, right? Work safe. But no.
Why would you expect that?
Unless they're driving Mercedes unmarked, and in high vis, it was the ABCC that showed up half an hour later, and then there was happened to be some media present, and when the camera was pointed at them, boom, off they went. Didn't even get out of the car. So that's Ironside, more interested in ABCC and beating up the union than dealing with their safety issues.
Well, they're going to be a nominee for Scallywag, but we might
Cut to a track.
because our mate from BPM and a few others have got a problem about the cult of
Personality.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy. I'm the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality. Neon light, Nobel Prize. When a mirror speaks, the reflection lies. You won't have to follow me. Only you can set me free. Whatever it takes, whatever the stakes. You gave me fortune, you gave me fire, you gave me power in your God's name. I'm every person you need to be. Oh, I'm the cult of
Not what your country can do for you. The only thing we have to fear is
There it was.
The only thing we have to fear, well, let's start off with Turnbull's three-ring circus in Canberra.
I reckon that's the best track we've ever played on the Concrete Gang.
That is a good track. Whose choice was that?
Mine.
The cult of personality.
Oh, it starts with a gorilla.
Well, it's all about me, you know that. There's only one star at every show.
Righto,
And he's not here.
let's talk about Turnbull's three-ring circus because there's a bit of cult of personality going on there.
I don't know what cult John, what's his name? John Lloyd is a member of.
Well, it's obviously a very secret cult.
It's
And he tries to keep it very secret, which is why it's taken some time for it to be exposed.
Yeah, it does have a name, actually. 3 letters, IPA, and it's the Institute of Public Affairs, and his relationship with that is under a bit of an inquiry, a bit of a question. He's also the head of the public service, of course. Every Liberal government has given this guy a job.
And you will recall, of course, that he was the boss of the ABCC and Nigel was his 2IC.
Indeed. Worked for Jeff Kennett as well.
Where's Nigel now?
Hi, Nigel. Listen to the show, of course.
Well-
I reckon he's drinking homemade wine in his back shed now. He's gone from high fly to a shit carter, mate.
Well, Johnny Lloyd can come round and share it with him.
And he also brought about the Coal Royal Commission. And when he was commissioner of the ABCC, we had a 175% increase in the use of compulsory interview powers of the ABCC.
That went well for him.
Tried to jail construction workers for refusing to answer the questions. But when he's in the box,
What's happened?
it's a different story.
Yeah?
Doesn't want to answer any questions.
Well.
Oh, really? Doesn't want to deal with due process?
No, we've got some emails between him and the IPA. He doesn't want to discuss them.
Two sets of rules, eh? Hey, yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
right. So when we hear about the Labor Party and the unions, well, the Liberal Party and the IPA's 100-point agenda for Australia that's been rolled out, there's some questions to be asked of this mob and who's running their agenda.
Well, let's hope that they do a bit better than Michealia Cash, who's been asked a few questions. She was asked 25 questions before the Senate estimates hearing this week.
How many answers?
0.
Oh.
Including to the question, what day is it, Minister? No response. Do you know what time it is? And her response to that was not an answer to the question, but why are you asking me this? Well, you obviously are having trouble working out that there is a thing called an answer to questions. That's why we're just trying to make sure you're actually functioning. No, Michaela's been caught out again. She's been named on a subpoena to appear before the federal court in relation to the shenanigans that went on with the raid on the AWU office last year. She got out of it once and she's trying to get out of it again, and let's hope she has to front, because when she gets before a federal court judge, just like we do, you have to answer the questions. Otherwise, you're in contempt of court.
And there may or may not be a federal police investigation into her in her office. She won't tell us. Nobody will. The federal police won't tell us. No answers whatsoever. But they don't have compulsory powers. So because they have more rights than construction workers, they can just have awkward silence. Much like we started the show with Gorilla, a large pregnant pause.
A professional one.
Yes, Michealia Cash's was not so professional. Neither was Tony Abbott's. You remember his pregnant pause where he just nodded his head and, "You're not saying anything, Tony," and he just nodded. The Liberals in awkward silence.
Yeah, but he was still trying to think of an answer.
He's still thinking.
That's
and what's
right.
the third ring of the circus? There was 3.
There was our good friend Michaela
Pauline Hanson.
and Pauline Hanson, yes, because her 3-ring circus is all about, yes, I am going to support the Turnbull government company tax cuts, including for the big banks. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, but some of us are and some of us aren't. And he stabbed me in the back, and it's a 3-ring circus by itself. And then she goes on Sky News and has a big sook up and a cry.
It's all falling apart.
Oh, please.
I wonder what... and meanwhile, Turnbull must be having a cry. See stable government.
Stable government, oh, yes. Yes, and just a little cheerio to Mr Bullock, ex-Labor Senator for Western Australia. Got dropped off the ticket, so he's moved to Tasmania and joined the Liberal Party.
Oh.
Years as an official of the SDA, off he goes to the Senate. Doesn't do the right thing in the Senate, gets dropped, goes to Tasmania and joins the Liberal Party.
Jeez, we could name a few of them.
It's
Can
a 3-ring circus.
I send the cheerio?
Yes.
To young Brodie Myercheck, played for Port Melbourne, got listed by Collingwood. He's playing his first game this weekend for Collingwood. Brodie, which is a great effort. So I hope it all goes well for you, mate. He's, excuse me, he's played great game, played great for Port Melbourne last year, played a great game in the grand final. got drafted by Collingwood. Now his first game, so it's a great effort, Brady. And we hope you kill him on Sunday. Good luck to you, mate.
Rightio. We're
I've
now
got plenty
going
of time. It's all right. So we'll go to
We're going to go to Scallywags?
Yeah.
Rightio. We have got, obviously, our good friend, Ms. Hanson.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
got to be a Suki Lala.
Yeah, it'll be a Suki Lala.
Keep going.
Seymour White, who are also going to
Perennials.
be highlighted and are already highlighting themselves. Johnny Lloyd.
Oh, Seymour White's a Suki Lala because
Yeah.
they're please leave me alone.
Oh, please.
Johnny Lloyd.
Johnny Lloyd.
Yeah, who else?
John Hollands down at the Royal Hobart Hospital. There's a scaffold issue down
We
there.
reported on that last week, yes.
And it still hasn't been resolved. No one can get to the bottom of that. Ironside.
And their mates at the ABCC.
Yes.
The
And
scented candles.
John Lloyd.
John Carey. Now, Johnny, baby, you've been telling fibs again, mate. You want to be on all these big jobs and you tell fibs.
Meat pies.
Saunders. Now, Saunders are a tank builder. Do work all around Australia. The Victorian members just wanted a Victorian agreement.
And worked at
and
Coot Island.
they got voted out by some blokes working in West Wyalong who are all on, shall we say, substandard arrangements, and the blokes who actually want proper wages and conditions got shafted, thanks to the Fair Work Act. And, of course, industrial demos, fizzers of the week.
Oh,
Not scallywags, more fizzers of the week.
definite fizzer.
So who are we going for scallywag?
Lloyd.
John
Yeah.
Lloyd.
Yeah,
Hardly.
what goes around comes around,
Every
John.
dog has his day.
And we hope yours is a miserable one. Suki Lala is between Seymour White and Pauline Hanson.
Pauline Hanson.
Oh,
Hands down.
She voted for the ABCC, and then she wants to tell Turnbull and the rest of her party, we're going to do something different now. We're not going to support Turnbull. Oh,
We're going the same old way.
dare to struggle,
Dare to win.
If you don't fight,
You lose.
Good morning from the Concrete Gang, and in dedication to the Victoria Police, who just simply wanted to increase productivity, a bit like the bosses in the industry, police and thieves.
Police and thieves in the street, fighting the nation with their guns and ammunitions. Police and thieves in the street. Oh, yes.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.